Finding zeros, we're going to do this with all types of functions throughout the course, but finding zeros is really a pretty simple definition, but students get it backwards quite often. So let's read it and make sure that you really get what this is. It says we have an input, maybe a c, of a function f is a zero if the output, what you get out as an answer, is zero when you put that in. Okay, so my zero is really what's going to make my function equal zero. A lot of times students see the directions find the zero, they want to plug a zero in. That's not what it's saying. It's saying what should I plug in so that it's going to equal zero. Okay, so when you see these instructions, find the zero, you want to interpret that. Set my function, whatever the expression or rule is, equal to zero, and then use whatever techniques necessary to solve that equation. Okay, so we've got two linear functions. That's what we're working with here. This first one, f of x equals 5x minus 9. I take that rule, that equation, and set it equal to 0, solve very easily by adding and then dividing 9/5. Okay, over here we have f of x equals 7 minus 2x. If I'm finding the 0, same thing. I take this rule, set it equal to 0, and then solve. Now in this one, because my x is a negative, I'm going to add it to the other side and then divide. Doesn't matter which side x ends up on, right? We're finding x. Now think about this. This first one tells me if I put a 9/5 in for x, my answer out is going to be 0. My x went in, my y comes out. And what we're really looking at there then are the x-intercepts. Okay, so we can use our calculator to solve these as well. Let me pull this up and show you the first one. If I go to y equals and I put in my function 5x minus 9, okay, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure I'm in the standard window. And there I can see a nice line and it's crossing. Now if I was just eyeballing it, it might look like 2. But I don't want to eyeball, I want an exact answer. So one way, if I've already solved this, I could just say, all right, number 1, value. And I think x should be 9/5, right? That's what we solved for here. Yes, it confirms for me that the output, the y value, would be 0. Well, what if we hadn't done all that work? Okay, what if we just had this function and we wanted to find the 0 on the calculator? We go to the second trace to get the calculate menu, but this time we're going to actually look for, right there, the word 0. Okay, so it's going to ask me some questions. Left bound, that just means the left side of whatever it is you're looking for. Now, the way my line's slanted, I'm actually below the 0. Okay, it depends on your particular graph if it's above or below. But the point is it's to the left side of that crossing the x-axis point. So I'm going to hit enter, okay, and it marks that. Now it says what's the right side? So I need to move my cursor so that it's blinking to the right of that crossing point and hit enter. Okay, now it wants me to guess, so I'm going to go back and get kind of as close as I can to that actual crossing point, that x-intercept or 0, hit enter, and here it tells me 1.8. But we know that 9 divided by 5 is going to be 1.8, so that confirms the answer for me.